All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining our STEM project workshop, which is the first of our series of STEM-based workshops to help students in BC and the Yukon work through development of their science fair STEM projects. How's everyone doing today? My name is Michael Unger. I am your host for this workshop. I am here in my living room on a very rainy day, located on the unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh. If you are joining us, if you've never been to one of these workshops before, hello. Would love to hear where you are located from, what land you are watching from. I'm going to put into the chat a website where you can look up what land you are on if you don't know what land you are on. But if you do know, let us know, say hi, say what your name is. If you're with a group of people, tell us what kind of situation you're watching in. Are you in a classroom? Are you at home? What's going on? Would love to hear from you. Put into the chat. Or if you have never used Zoom before, which, maybe you haven't, you can also raise your hand and you can actually just ask or say a question if you have something to say. Raising your hand is really good. However, if you just start using your microphone and if you're not muted, we may mute you just to keep things a little quiet because we are in what we call a meeting, a Zoom meeting. But if you raise your hand, that is your best chance to ask a question. And that's how we're going to get things going today. So let us introduce our, I'll be the host. We have our guest speaker, who is also the executive director of the BC Science Fair Foundation, and she is going to talk to us all about what is a STEM project, and that is Madeline Gannett. Hey, Madeline, how's it going?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad. How are things over in East Vancouver?
They're great. I am recovering from turkey sleeps from the weekend, so.
Okay.
We're getting there. Yeah.
So a lot of people joining us today are probably in this process. They're thinking about science fair projects. It's October, the start of the school season. What is October, like this beginning of the school season, like for you as the director of the Science Fair Foundation?
Yeah, so our year really rolls over with the school year. So in September, we're really starting to roll out the information, but everybody's so busy with back to school. So we really hit the ground running in October, trying to get the word out about all of our programs for the year and really trying to support as many students as we can throughout BC and the Yukon to follow their curiosity and hopefully do a science fair project.
Awesome. Well, that is hopefully why everyone is here joining this meeting today to follow their curiosity and they're thinking about potential science fair projects. We're going to walk through some of the steps that someone may be going through. And I do want to acknowledge that everyone here in this meeting might be at different stages of that process. That's totally fine. That's what we're here for. We're here to support you. So if you do have any questions about that process you're going through, maybe you're even at the beginning of your idea phase, we're going to go through all of the steps that you may need to think about. Again, if you have any questions, if even just like a comment, you can put that into the chat or, of course, raise your hand. So, Madeline, let's get going through this workshop and let's start with the basics of, what is a STEM project and why someone would want to do a STEM project.
Well, firstly, I think the first reason to do a STEM project is because they're really fun and you discover a lot. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I'm really involved in this, but I think they're a great way to discover new things about the world and really get your curiosity going, find out new things about yourself and the world. Beyond that, there are also a number of awards, prizes, and scholarships that you can receive from participating in science fairs or other STEM events like the Youth Innovation Showcase. There are a number of national and international STEM events that you can participate in, the Canada-wide Science Fair, ISEF, Taiwan International Science Fair. So there are a number. You can travel the world going to science fairs. That is a great question. Well, like we've said, there have been a number of great examples where people are just trying to solve problems or might want a faster skateboard, so they need to build it themselves. So looking around the world around you, seeing what the issues are and if you can solve them in a positive way. I think that's a great place to start. asking questions about absolutely everything. Why do we do things that way? Is that the best way of doing it? Why is this a problem? Are there any solutions to this? And brainstorming with your friends or friends, family, anyone around you. Come up with ideas, pitch some ideas to them, see what they think. They might have a totally different take on it. So you kind of get stuck down one route and somebody says, sometimes it's not even a related thing, but sometimes someone will say just something that triggers something in your mind and you can run a different direction. And it's amazing how those trains of thought sort of jump around and you can really come up with some incredible solutions.